Hello, good day to all. Today we are going to see active and passive voice. Active voice, have you heard about it? Yes, active for voice will always have the subject, verb, and object, whereas passive voice will have the object in the beginning, verb, and the subject at the end. Can you understand that in our active form, the person or else a thing doing the action is the subject of the sentence, and the person or a thing receiving the action is the object. But in the passive form, the person or thing receiving the action will be the subject of the sentence, and the person doing the action is placed at the end of the sentence. Can you understand? For example, mother makes food. Mother is the subject, makes verb, and food is the object. This is the active form. Now, what is the passive form for this? Food will come to the first beginning. Food is made by mother. Can you understand? Here in the active voice, the agent, mother, it comes in the beginning. Mother makes food. Okay, but passive voice, food is made by mother. Can you see the difference? And one more thing, there are two kinds of verbs, that is transitive verb, intransitive verb. Okay, this is very important for active and passive voice, and the intransitive cannot be converted to the passive voice, because in transitive verbs it will have a object. Intransitive, it will not have any object, so it cannot be changed. For example, one sentence I'll tell you. We slept late. We slept late. Is there any receiver or is there any object? No. So it is intransitive. Can you understand? I watched the birds. I watched the birds. So there is a subject, verb, and also the object. So this is transitive. Can you understand? This is transitive. Only the transitive verb can be converted to passive form. Now there are certain rules for changing the active voice to passive voice. First thing, the subject will come in the beginning for the active voice, whereas subject will come at the end of passive voice. One. Now second, one more rule, we must not change the tenses. We must not change the tenses at any cost. And third one, verbs plus past participle must be there in the passive voice. Can you understand? Past participle is a must. Now I will tell you the changing forms in the passive voice. Okay. Tenses, simple present tense, passive form, they'll be am, is, are plus past participle. Present continuous, is, are plus be plus past participle. Okay. Present continuous. Now come to the simple past tense. Was or were plus past participle. Past continuous. Was, were, being plus past participle. Okay. Now present perfect. We have to use has been, have been plus past participle. Now past perfect, have been plus past participle. Simple future, will be plus Past participle. Now even you can use models. There also you must use the model plus past participle. Yes. We have to use the be form verbs plus past participle. Voice, active voice will always express something strong, concise and clear. Whereas the passive voice will watch like an observer and then it will report. Keep it in mind. Okay. Now, shall we have examples? In present tense first. Neha eats an apple. And now passive voice, an apple is eaten by Neha. Now past tense. Neha ate an apple. Passive voice, an apple was eaten by Neha. Future tense. Neha will eat an apple. And passive voice, an apple will be eaten by Neha. Now present continuous. Neha is eating an apple. Passive voice, an apple is being eaten by Neha. Past continuous. Neha was eating an apple. Now passive voice, an apple was being eaten by Neha. Past continuous. Present perfect. Neha has eaten an apple. An apple has been eaten by Neha. Past perfect. Neha had eaten an apple. An apple had been eaten by Neha. Now, one more model, that is Neha must eat an apple. Now, passive voice, an apple must be eaten by Neha. Shall we see it in the next session?